In today's fast-paced business world, we often focus on things we can easily measure: profits, market share, productivity. We create complex spreadsheets and detailed reports to track our progress. Yet, we often overlook the one thing that underpins all of this success. That one thing is trust. When trust is high, everything happens faster and at a lower cost. Communication is simple, collaboration is seamless, innovation flourishes. People feel safe to take smart risks, knowing that their leaders and colleagues have their backs. We are currently facing what many are calling a trust crisis in our institutions, including our workplaces. After years of rapid change, economic uncertainty, and shifting work models, employees often feel disconnected or skeptical. They may have seen promises broken during a restructuring or witnessed a lack of transparency when decisions were made. When trust is low, a tax is levied on every interaction. Every email is scrutinized, every decision is questioned, and a culture of suspicion slows everything down. This trust tax leads to disengagement, high turnover, and a toxic environment where no one can do their best work. Why is trust more critical now than ever before? The modern workplace demands agility, collaboration, and innovation. We need teams to work together across departments and time zones. We need employees to feel empowered to make decisions and contribute their best ideas without fear. Trust is the currency of the new economy. It is the glue that holds distributed teams together and the lubricant that makes collaboration smooth and efficient. A high-trust culture is a significant competitive advantage. It attracts and retains the best talent, fosters loyalty from customers, and creates an organization that can navigate challenges with grace and strength. As leaders, our first job is to inspire trust. Rebuilding it is not just possible, it is essential for our survival and prosperity. To rebuild trust, we must first understand what it is. Trust is not a vague or ethereal feeling, it is a tangible and predictable concept. At its core, trust is confidence. It is the confidence we have in the character and competence of a person or an organization. When your team trusts you, they have confidence in your integrity and your abilities. They believe you are credible and that you have their best interests at heart. This confidence is built upon four key pillars, or what I call the four cores of credibility. These are the components that make up a trustworthy leader and a trustworthy organization. The first two cores relate to character, integrity and intent. Integrity is about honesty and congruence. It's about walking your talk and being true to your values. Intent is about your motives and your agenda. It's about genuinely caring for the people you lead and seeking mutual benefit. When people question your integrity or your intent, they are questioning your character. They wonder if you're honest and if you truly care about them. The next two cores relate to competence, capabilities and results. Capabilities are the talents, skills, knowledge and abilities that allow us to perform with excellence. They are the means we use to produce outcomes. Results refer to our track record, our performance and our ability to get the right things done. It's about delivering on the promises we make. When people question your capabilities or your results, they are questioning your competence. They wonder if you have what it takes to deliver on your commitments. These four cores, integrity, intent, capabilities, and results, are interdependent. A weakness in any one area can damage our overall credibility. For example, you can be a person of high integrity, but if you don't produce results, your team's trust in your leadership will diminish. True, sustainable trust is a function of both character and competence. As leaders, we must consciously and deliberately work on all four of these areas to build, maintain, and restore trust with our people. The first step in rebuilding trust is to establish a strong foundation of competence. This starts with demonstrating your capabilities. Leaders must be lifelong learners, constantly updating their skills and knowledge to remain relevant and effective. You must show your team that you have the expertise required to navigate the challenges ahead. This isn't about knowing everything, it's about having the wisdom to listen to experts, ask the right questions, and make informed decisions. Be transparent about what you know and what you don't. This humility builds credibility far more than pretending to have all the answers. Next, you must focus on delivering results. Trust is built on performance. It's not enough to have good intentions. You must deliver on what you promise. When you say you will do something, do it. Start by setting clear and achievable goals with your team. Clarify roles and responsibilities so everyone knows what is expected of them and how their work contributes to the bigger picture. Celebrate progress along the way, acknowledging individual achievements and team achievements. When people see that you are committed to getting the right things done and that you deliver on your commitments, their confidence in your leadership will grow exponentially. Consistency is the thread that ties competence together. Your actions must be predictable and reliable over time. Inconsistent behavior creates confusion and anxiety, which are toxic to trust. One way to demonstrate consistency is through transparent communication. Share information openly and regularly, even when the news is not good. This prevents rumors from filling the void and shows that you respect your team enough to keep them informed. Establish predictable routines for meetings, updates, and feedback sessions. This consistency creates a stable environment where people feel secure and can focus on their work instead of worrying about what might happen next. Finally, leaders must model the behavior they expect from others. If you want your team to be accountable, you must first be accountable yourself. If you make a mistake, own it openly and honestly. Talk about what you learned from it and how you will do better in the future. This act of vulnerability doesn't make you look weak, it makes you look human and trustworthy. By consistently demonstrating your capabilities, delivering on your promises, communicating transparently, and holding yourself accountable, you build a powerful foundation of competence. Your team will see you as a credible and reliable leader they can count on. While competence is crucial, it is only half of the trust equation. The other half is character, demonstrated through benevolence and integrity. Benevolence, or intent, is about showing you genuinely care about your people. It's about having their best interests at heart, not just the company's bottom line. The most effective way to show this is to listen, truly listen. Put away your phone, make eye contact. Seek to understand before you seek to be understood. Ask about their well-being. Ask about their career aspirations. Ask about the challenges they face. When people feel heard and valued, they begin to believe your intentions are good. Caring for your team goes beyond listening. It means taking action to support well-being and growth. Advocate for flexible work arrangements, invest in training and development, check in on someone going through a tough time, treat people as whole human beings, not just resources. When your team sees you're invested in their success and happiness, they will be more invested in the organization's success. Integrity is the bedrock of character. It's being honest and having actions align with words and values. Be clear about your values, personally and organizationally. Live by them, especially when it's hard. Your team is always watching. They see if you cut corners. They see if you blame others. They see if you say one thing in a meeting and do another. Every decision is a test of integrity. A congruent leader has no gap between words and actions. Fairness is a key expression of integrity. In low-trust environments, people feel decisions are biased or rules differ. Make processes for promotions, recognition, and conflict resolution transparent and equitable. When making a tough decision, explain the why behind it. Even if people disagree, they'll trust the outcome more if they understand the rationale and see fairness. Consistently demonstrate care and unwavering integrity, and you build the character side of trust. This creates a virtuous cycle of mutual care and respect, the hallmark of a high-trust culture. Rebuilding trust is not a task that can be delegated or left solely to the leadership team. It must be a shared responsibility woven into the fabric of the organization's culture. While leaders must initiate and model trust-building behaviors, every single employee plays a role in co-creating a high-trust environment. Encourage open dialogue. Create forums where team members can voice their opinions and concerns without fear of reprisal. When people feel they are part of the process, they become owners of the solution. To know if your efforts are working, you must find ways to measure trust. This doesn't have to be complicated. Use simple, anonymous pulse surveys with questions that target the four cores of trust. Ask, do you have confidence in leadership's ability to achieve our goals? Do you believe that your manager genuinely cares about your well-being? Regular trust check-ins during team meetings can also be effective. Ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how is the level of trust on our team today? Then discuss what contributes to that score and how it can be improved. The data you gather is invaluable, but only if you act on it. Be transparent with the results, sharing both the good and the bad. Acknowledge areas where trust is low and collaboratively develop an action plan. Transparency itself is a powerful trust builder. Track metrics over time to see progress and where more work is needed. Refine your approach and celebrate collective wins. Rebuilding trust is a journey, not a destination. It's a continuous process of demonstrating character and competence. It requires patience, it requires persistence, it requires deep commitment from every member of the organization. The rewards are immense. People can bring their whole selves, they can collaborate freely, they can achieve extraordinary results. It creates a dividend. Increased speed, lower costs, greater innovation. The work is not easy, but it's the most important work a leader can do. By committing to this path, you can create a legacy of trust that will benefit everyone. Trust is not something leaders bestow upon their teams. It is something that is built together, one interaction at a time. The journey begins today.